for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody. Drake Hawkins again, and we're playing some more Myth of Empires. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. That horse is in my face. He swung over and stuffed his nose right into the camera. Sniffing at the camera, are you? Who's this, Vale, or is this,
Yang.
Yang. Hello. Hello, Eli. How you doing?
Doing well.
Your
Hello.
voice is probably coming through on the recording now. Let's double check that it is. Here we go. You gotta say something.
Oh, I guess that.
There you go. Okay, so doing some gardening today. So let's or some farming, I guess, proper farming with the farm field. We have been working or had worked on a few prepping things. So I planted all these, and I wanted to make sure that you could do this properly overnight. I planted these all. Seven varieties of plants. Almost got them all to scale height-wise, but I didn't quite do it right. The peas should have been over here. And then we got the honeysuckle at the end here, because somebody harvested my honeysuckle this morning.
It wasn't me.
So all of these have a perfect harvest, which means they have a percentage chance that they're going to yield a higher quality seed than the original seed put in there. So, but anyways, we replanted this honeysuckle row. So we're gonna plant this one as a cash crop. So let's grab a. I'm gonna do a little bit, show you guys a little bit of testing, but it's at 47.65 percentage wise. So we can both smack on this. And right now, I think I'm using my stone. I'm using my stone hoe. So if I hit it, let's see. Hold on, Eli. It's at 68.68. 0.92. So I got, what was that, 26 points? 0.26 with this weapon. And if I switch to the bronze hoe, where's it at? It's at 84. Hold on. Come on. Where's the down tick? There you go. 75. And punch the garden. Mad skills. Oh, there you go. It's at 20.26. So I got 51 out of that. That's pretty good. I literally got double. So that makes sense because if you mouse over the... What's that?
I think I got 52 there.
Okay. If you mouse over the hand hoe, or the stone hoe rather, at the bottom of the list of the main section there says collecting damage is 15, and the bronze hoe shows 30. So definitely get your tools upgraded as soon as possible. We've done some testing, and I don't have the testing recorded, but I can show you, I can comment that, was it Nolan? Somebody in the last couple videos, I forget the name now, I'm sorry, we were chatting back and forth about the effect of better tools and that they don't just harvest the resource faster, but they actually, when it says collection damage on a tree, it doesn't just make the 40 branches come off the tree faster. It gives you more than 40 branches when you harvest the full tree. So, and it's faster, so. Sorry?
That was confirmed?
Well, that's I just tested that on the crops with the sickle. So, we've now got this soil porosity above 70, so he's going to keep hoeing there for a few minutes and doing the slave labor. We've got low quality flax seeds, which if you pick them up early on, any seeds you pick up early on, keep them. They have almost no weight to them. We have 51 seeds here, and it's 0.51 weight, so 5.4 weight for just 34 rubble. So you definitely want to keep your seeds on you all the time.
Per seed?
They're 0.01 per seed. So they're really tiny, which makes sense. So we got 64 honeysuckle here. I'm going to go ahead and plant them because if you look at the seeds, you're going to need to know the minimum soil porosity requirement. That is just to plant them. So I couldn't possibly plant that over on a crop that didn't have a high enough porosity. I was going to show you that, but I missed. So let's go ahead and plant this stuff. We got 8. It's 7 rows. 7 rows of 8. That makes sense. I'm just gonna go spam through here, and I clicked too quick, fortunately, and it gave me an error, so it threw them away. Nice. If you click somewhere and it's like you can't place there, it just stops the place process. Get them though. There you go. I think I got them all. Now we just hold it and you run around. Nope, there you go. If you just run around and move back and forth, kind of hand back and forth, if it comes near a spot that you can plant, it'll tell you. So this edge here, we can't plant. On this one, we didn't have enough room there, but this little nook here, this little cutout piece here, you can hit it with the hoe, and it'll improve the porosity of that garden. If you hit it where the plant is, I don't know if it damages the plant, but it doesn't improve the porosity of the field. So take note of that when you're harvesting. Well, I guess I can't improve the porosity of this field anymore, can I?
You cannot. You're welcome.
Yeah, she's at 100. So typically that's what we do. So we'll have a field. We'll use our field and let it regenerate most of its manure, fertilizer, its green, organic, and ash. Let all 3 fertilizer levels come back to decent. And then we water them or put a vagrant, a subordinate on there to water and give them some food and they'll do the work for you. Or you can do this. There's another thing I wanted to show you. We can actually go... Hey, where'd they go? Did somebody remove the barrels? Ah, they're there. So we can go and we can pull these barrels. These are large barrels. They hold, I don't know how much each. And then I go to the well and I just hit E to collect. And there's a long process. It instantly collects, but you're stuck attached doing the animation for a while. And then it takes a few seconds for you to be able to kind of recharge it. There you go. And now I got 2 of them. Blub, blub, blub.
My plant skill just reached 300.
Nice. This hasn't taken any water out. Does this one have any water shortage? There you go. This one has some shortage of water. It doesn't have enough to show it, but these barrels are 500 water apiece. So if I just put it in my hotbar and I face the field somewhere, and you can see the moisture is 14,727. And I hit the active key that it's on my hotbar, and it'll go splash. And when it's done the animation, it drops 500 water on it. Okay, makes sense.
You flooded the plants.
I flooded them all. They're dead. I don't think any... I think the dude was working, and yeah, this is a smaller field over here, by the way. If you want to practice on a smaller field that doesn't take you forever to get your 30, use one of these little triangle corner pieces. You get more per volume. Also, working on your little common crops are faster. You get a faster percentage. So you're hitting this beast right here, and you get... That's with my full upgrade, my skill that gives me a double, and my bronze tool. I get half a percentage. This one over here, I lied. This one just gave me the same thing. Interesting. Maybe this one is bigger. This one is a little bigger than that other corner one. Let me go check the other corner one.
This one's actually bigger than the other ones as well.
Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
15,200 moisture instead of the usual 1,500.
Yeah, see, I just got 0.94 for one hit on this one. So this is your field. In this particular one, this is your best field to go with. So the total amount of water in it and the total amount of fertilizer and so on, those are going to be based on the size of the field.
If you just don't want to spend too much time on a single crop, you just do the small one.
Well, yeah, it's also like, I want to plant my first crop. I don't want to sit here, plant for an hour smacking to get 0.01, or 0.1. So anyways, this is the first stage. You got to get your porosity up and your water and everything should be fine. In these fields, when it rains, it'll recharge naturally, or you can get water from a well or a river, or you can have your people work on these things to run the pump to automatically water everything. And your fertilizer will regenerate over time. It's slow, but it will happen. And like, we've got enough stuff here that for the 4 of us never have to worry about, you know, if I want to plant again after this one's done, I'll just move over to this field, like, and I just let those things go fallow for a while and let them regen on their own. The honeysuckle happens to be one of the longest grow times that I know of, so that's going to be a while before we get those back. But I'll come back and have a look at this field when those are done. Was there something else I wanted to look at? Yes, there was these daisies. I've never harvested them, these false daisies, before. Let's harvest some false daisy. What do we get? False daisy seed and 17 false daisies. Cool.
What do false daisies do?
No idea. An important crop for making bijou and medicine, and be obtained through planting. There you go. And how many seeds did I get back from it? Did I get some seeds? I got some sorghum seed. I got 1 false daisy seed back. Well, that's unfortunate. And I got my false daisy seed back again. Alright, well, I'll destroy the rhizomes, or the leftovers. I guess
destroy them with the sickle?
Just clicking and saying destroy.
Alright.
What's the required porosity for these beasts? It takes 50. Let's pump this field up, and we'll put a few more down.
What you planting?
Just those daisies again. I want to see if we can up our seed numbers. There is skills related to that. So let's look at our planting tree. That's something I did put a lot of stuff in. I've got the 5 points in right now. I'm almost at the 450 marker, which gives us farming expert 1. Gain 100% more crops when collecting low quality crops. That's pretty good. Because you use a lot of low quality crops early on, and you can sell all this stuff too, right? So you can go to your banner and sell stuff. We found so far that our go-to is the honeysuckle. That's why we're calling it that field a cash crop. So we get a 7.9 coin selling those, and between 2.1 and 3.7 or something like that coin a piece for most of the other low quality crops. So honeysuckle's kind of mid-range. If you get high tier flax, sells for 16, and the low is like 10 or 11. So, or the medium is like 10 or 11. So you can farm for cash, literally. That's the plants, not the seeds that I was giving the numbers to. Right, get a bit more there just to buff it up a bit. But here's the thing. When I plant these two, I'm just going to plant that and that. When I plant these two, there's no way like that the water or the manure and fertilizers, no way it's going to even put a blip on the amount that's in there, because all 60, or not 64, all 56 or whatever it is, crops of honeysuckle are drawing on this field, right? Whereas over here, there's only the requirements of 2 plants, so that's not going to be an issue.
More honeysuckle.
I could, yeah, we could plant a little more honeysuckle. Let's do that. We've got. Do I have any more honeysuckle seed? Or do you have? Yeah, I do. I've got 8 more. So let's plant a row of. Oh, we got to get it up a bit. Gotta hit 60. That's why it was just popping up red there. So we'll garden this one up to 70, and you can keep smacking away at it because we'll fill this field then. Might as well. There you go. One more hit and she's good. And then I'll plant the. We'll plant those across here. There we go. And then I've got some low quality flax. We definitely need to upgrade our flax qualities, and we need to make a lot of it. So I'm just going to spam those down. And I failed again. I really should remember to put this stuff in my hotbar when I'm doing this. It's much better. Hey, when you bump it wrong, it just start over again. Wait, does this have 8? No, it's 7. There we go. I think that should be it. Field. Oh, there's one. Fields planted. All right. So that's how all that works. We're going to get ourselves a worker, and I'm going to put a little bit of a skip into here between now and when we are ready for the next piece. And we plan. The next piece will be the actual worker working on the shed, and I have not quite hit level. My body toxicity is up. What's that from?
Dying. Most commonly from dying, yes.
Yeah, but I haven't died recently. That's body toxicity. Death is not really. I guess your body becomes toxic after you die. So this is our animal farm that we planted yesterday, and it is like yesterday in game time, like in real time. I did this. Let's see. This would have been less than 18 hours ago when we recorded the last episode. So we started with 2 females and 1 male from the cages that we got. If you guys remember, we now have 4 females, 3 males, and a baby. Their mood is at 52.7%. So we need to get them more rabbit fodder for sure. But they're using 3 times as much food now as they were before, which kind of makes sense. There's about 3 times as much. If you count the baby, there's basically like sort of 3 times as much people, or I mean, not people, animals in here. Habitat's still good. Habitat comfort is full. So basically we got to get the mood up. And I think that comes from the having dance parties for them. No, probably from giving them their favorite food, which is rabbit fodder. So we'll make some more of that later today too. They might get crowding if you let them go to a total of 30. That might affect their mood. I don't know. So if anybody knows any details on the moods, let me know. The average level still says 1, so I'm not sure if they like level up as they breed or how this works. So if you have any more information, let me know. This seems to confirm my theory that every time you get a tick of harvest, you get the output of 1 rabbit hay and 1 other resource. So right now it's been, I don't know if it's always going to be heavily, but this is pretty dominantly heavy on the fur. we've got 50 fur and 5 meat. So, and then 8 hide, 4 fine hide, and 5 bone. So I'm gonna guess that like different animals have different ratios of this. So bunny fur, basically that's what most bunnies are mostly made of, just fur and fluff. So that makes sense. But yeah, I think if we get their mood up, that would be good, and just let them keep breeding and keep grabbing the stuff. I'm just gonna let this keep going, but basically you get 1 rabbit hay, which is a fox's part of a fox's preferred food, and lots of fur. So if we want to go to the cold, we can. I want to see the bunnies running around in there. It's unfortunate you don't. Oh, look! Oh my goodness, they're there. They weren't there yesterday. Hello, bunnies. Look at them all cuddly and cute. Okay. Eli's running around making messes in the field. Alright, so I'm going to put in a... actually, I'm not going to put in a cut. I'm going to show you something I did not show you guys last time, which is using the buffs on the farmhouse. Not the farmhouse. The marker. We'll ride back to the marker. We are going to move this marker probably in the next episode or two to somewhere around where this little platform is and redo everything and start our proper plaza build and stuff. It's going to be an epic place someday. So you go up to this thing. Once your dude's done making the obnoxiously loud noise. I don't know why the durability is low on this building. It shouldn't really be, but like it's never had the money or the protection for it, so I'm not sure how that works. We might need to just regularly upgrade or repair it. I'm not sure. Anyways, we click on there, hit E over this, and go to your blessings. That tab. We've actually had some upgrades. Let's look at those upgrades. Guild Tech,
I've been doing lots of upgrades.
Yes, he pumped a bunch of coins and a bunch of activity points. So guild activity points is sitting at
like 25,000+ coins.
Nice.
And over 1.5 million guild activity points.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm gonna jump your volume down. I hope it's not overbearing, but we did a bit of testing earlier on, but the volumes change as you go. So I think that's a bit better balance. So we got 2.3 million activity points. To go to the next level, we're at guild level 4. We need just over 7 million activity points. And like I think I mentioned it before, but everybody in the guild gains activity points just by doing anything. Literally, you punch a tree, or you gather from a tree, you pick up whatever, you cook, eat, anything you do. Just being online, doing anything game related other than standing and staring at your horse is going to give you activity points.
See the activity points that everyone in the guild actually contributes.
Yeah, so each of us actually doing it, and then you can see right here, this is the guild activity points. So our Lord and Master, our Lord and Mistress, Nadia May here, has 913,000 guild activity points. And then the other numbers here, 3, 5, and so on. Now, I don't think those adjust as you go. But anyways, the thing I was looking for is the guild skills. We talked about this before. I think we talked about this before. The better weapons and so on. Better weapon damage, then you got the better productivity, and like we got 22.2% increase. I did talk about this in the lumbering and the mining. There was something though that we needed. What was I talking about? Not guild tech. The guild tech first one is the boundary marker. That's how you make it, where you get unlocked to make your boundary marker, and you have to have a guild shop to build it in. Then you build it.
Internal affairs.
I'm sorry.
Are you talking about internal guild skill? Internal affairs? Is that what you're looking for?
I'm trying to remember why I came in here. I was talking about. Oh yes, yeah, the level of the blessing. That's what I was looking at. So if I go to skills, not tech, go to skill, and then go to internal affairs. There is a series here of what are they called? Perks, I guess, whatever you can get. The increase the boundary marker max resource trade percentage, so we can trade more resources on the guild tower. That helps everybody out. The renown, increase your honor points gain by 22.22% at 40 levels, and we have the raise step by step, increase boundary markers max level by 1. And then this one is good weather, increased boundary marker, blessing effect. Now this gives us, the first one gives us a percentage. I don't know if it shows. Raise step by step levels, guild level 5. Oh, we need to have guild level 5 before we can get the next one.
Yeah,
So
there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, we need to spend 7 million activity points, plus the 23,000 for that. Plus we need to have this one at level 2. Yeah, we need to have that at level 2. So to get that at level 2, we're going to need... Actually, the renown level 20 is fine. So another 46,000. So we got, yeah, just over... Really, the 7 million is the big one. So, anyways, when we go in there and we activate this, we go up to the blessings, and you can click XP... Was it XP gain I was going to do?
Yes.
Yes, the
You
XP
wanted to
gain
get up to level 38.
because I need to get to the next level. So then it goes great, but give it a second, and you'll get to do it a second time in a row. So boom, boom, we got that, and then it goes off the list. Now, if you hit enter for your mouse control, 52% and 78% on the XP gain. So anything I'm going to do, let's just go punch a tree with my axe. Oh, I need to bring up the systems. Planting is now 400. Oh, it did the hold my mouse thing. There we go. Smack that tree. Now, if you look on the bottom, player XP modification 133.3%. That is going to be super good. So, that affects every XP gain that you get. So I'm going to go into my quests now, because I've queued up a bunch of quests. So, I didn't do all the dailies. There's a lot of stuff I didn't do yet. Craft, yes. Craft 51 clay walls, no thanks. Eli did that one, but we don't need to do that one.
It's spendy.
It is spendy. There's a bunch of them in here, just various different things. Like, there's some of them that I need to point out. Take advantage of this as a team. The masonry building, it says add stone foundations. I just went and picked up the stack of foundations that he made, stuck them in my inventory, and it said, oh, good job, good job. Pats me in the back, and I get a quest.
Wait, what? You got the credit for that?
I sure did.
I did all the hard work. I spent hours doing that stuff.
The bronze tool, it says add a bronze sickle. He made that. I did craft one to replace it, but he made it, I picked it up. There's other quests, like the forge, where you actually have to make it or craft an item. But again, this one, here's the clay one, the base clay one. Get 4 clay foundations. You just have to stick them in your inventory. I'm echoing on you there, Eli. So the add the armor, right? Unlock crafting recipe, and then you build an armor, and then you add the armor in, and you get the quest. So it's really, really good. This one seems to be bugged out. Upgrade tech skill. Tech and skill. I've done both. I upgraded the guild skill, and I upgraded the guild tech, and neither of them worked. So I'm guessing that might be to do with something to do with who's the leader of the guild. I'm listed as the advisor, which is the second tier, the top addable job, and I can do it. I'm allowed to change, add into these. I'm allowed to research these. Like, I could click there and research it. I'm not going to, but I could click there and research. I did that in the previous video. I did the common planter one, and it didn't give me the bonus. So that's fine. It's just one bug quest. So anyways, go into our quests here, and we're going to find all our quests, and we're going to claim the reward for it. 3,000 XP. It said 1,100 XP. Because you get the XP modifier of both being low on the system, like you're below the average server average skill, and from having your bonuses up. So that's the best incentive to get these things done, because you can get stupid amounts of XP. Bronze tools. What now? Look at that. I was way down here. Got 25,000 skill. We're gonna actually level here and not even have to do anything off camera. I'm just keep getting more and more quests. There's a ton of activity points. Subjugate a vagrant. Excellent. Tame a horse. Seriously, I just got a mission for taming a horse. We're at 29,000 of 30,000. Alright, let's finish off some. That was just the side quests. Oh, and apparently we've got more. Boom, level 38. Excellent. So yeah, you can get a stupid amount of XP from these. We'll just keep claiming. This is the food box. Use a food box and eat. Yeah, I ate the food box. Upgraded our nobility. There we go. That was all the side quests. And I think I only have like the one main... Oh, I did tame a horse. Of course, I tamed a horse, but I didn't realize it would actually... Right, I forgot it counts things you've done before, so that's good. Go click there. Click that one. Train proficiency. Extraordinary. Learn the talent extraordinary strength. Train physique to 100. Did that a while ago. Plant. Unlock the crafting cultivation. Get a stone. Make a crude planter and crop seed. I'm glad I did that for you guys, because otherwise I would not have had that quest. There we go. Finished a bunch of things. And the dailies oftentimes give you good activity points. Sometimes they'll give you coin as well. Actually the daily, completing the daily quest is worth a bunch of coin, but the daily 5s. Craft and place a stable. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Is it morning time or is it nighttime? It's nighttime. Oh, gotta get out my torch for the people.
I got like really intense music. I don't know from what, but I'm like having like some fast music with some intense opera singing and a bunch of stuff. It's just out from nowhere.
We can unlock now. Apparently, this stuff is limited. The number of points may have said at some point that the recipe points are unlimited. It says please allocate them reasonably. Maybe responsibly is a better word for that, because you can run out, or you do run out at some point. So I'm going to keep going with some of them for now. There is a skill in food and medicine under secret potions. You get an oblivion potion. It says you can use the oblivion potion to reset all learned recipes and get back all consumed recipe points. You will forget to learn recipes, including how to make the oblivion potion. Be careful before you're using it. So that's cool, but it takes some pretty crazy stuff. Lathe water, common, big Q, Beiju, small one, Rilgar, that's a rock, I believe. And heartbroken poison. All right. Heartbreaking makes us forget things. Maybe. 38, the reason I was trying to get there was to unlock this beauty right here. So this is an interesting building. The simple shed. It's got almost no building requirements. 2 wooden planks, 1 iron ingot, 2 stones, and then it's got the step-by-step thing to add branches. So let's go ahead and... That's what I had that iron ingot sitting around for. My inventory. I remembered now. Let's grab the... Let's grab the ingot. I just need 1 of those. And... branches and stuff. Now, I don't make that here. There's not... It's weird. It's a very weird recipe. This is like a one-of-a-kind sort of recipe. Or not one-of-a-kind. There's specifically certain items that you build on the map that have different ways of doing it. I need 2 planks, 2 stone, 5 branches. I bet you I've got those 2 planks, 2 stone, 5 branches. Right. Here. Yep, 2 wooden planks, please. Thank you. Oh, I've already got a ton of them. Some branches. I'm sure I've got branches. I have 300 branches. I can leave a few of those behind. And stone, I've got 4. I need 2. Okay. Alright, now let's head over to the garden. And we'll unlock this. We'll properly set up this as our garden. Now, I don't know if after placing this, if the flag is still going to be needed to keep Jerkface off our gardens. So in here, we're going to, if you look at this, this is the simple shed, this little lean-to that's unfinished thing. We're going to click there, we're going to go to the inventory. There's a build option now here. And then the crafting material. So I want to take my crafting material. It'll show what I need up here. Put those in there. Do not put the branches in. Because if you put the branches in when you build this, it'll use them, even though it'll still need them after. Let's go ahead and click there. There are surplus materials in the container. Speaking of which, didn't I just say don't do that, Drake? Alright. It's warning me. There we go. Now, there are not surplus containers. Look at that, huh? Auto snap is yes. There is no other options. I don't think you can adjust that thing's position at all. There we go. Now we got the top on. Now it's going to ask us to put in the branches, and I think... There we go. Look at that. Road to Riches, it's called, the achievement. Nice, that's a Steam achievement. Road to Riches. So, what? Building that little shed. Why is this not covering? Oh, it just misses, eh? That's unfortunate. Well, the table, I mean the new marker, in an episode or two, a turn or two. No, oh, it's weirdly positioned. This one's floating. That's awkward. The place that it's sitting is like snapped to a weird spot on the map. Probably because I have no soil or no ground showing, no grasses. I wonder if that'll look better if the grass is showing. Let's check that. Because why not? Why don't we just do all the things at once?
I should have brought more hammers.
Foliage. We'll put it up to medium because I think medium puts enough in there to. Oh, there we go. No, that's not going to work. Not going to help it at all. Still going to look ugly. Oh well. Okay, so this thing now is structured. Now there is something else, if you might have noticed. Notice how all of these farm plots now have a little box at the edge of them. Right? This is has an inventory and a warrior food slot. So we can now place seeds in here and put food in here, assign a warrior by going like this and finding the option to assign a warrior, but we don't have one. That's why it's not giving me the option. And they will work this field. So they'll actually, and I'll show you that once I'll do a little cut and we'll go find a vagrant. And actually, I think we'll have to do that next episode because we're already half an hour in here. Yeah, we will. So what we'll do is we'll actually get a vagrant and we'll bring him in and we'll probably just find one that we can recruit for free and bring him in and say, hey, come over here and work for us, and we'll attach him to these fields, and we can put two of them. We can put one of them on the well, and then we can have one of them on one of these boxes. It throws specific type of seeds in there, and he'll plant the seeds, he'll hoe the ground, he'll plant the seeds, he'll harvest them, he'll replant the seeds, he'll do that indefinitely. So you put them on there for a cycle or two, and then once your fertility starts to get low, you grab them and you plop them on the next crop field. Or while that one's growing, you can move them over to the next one. And he'll do all the work for you in between if you just manage them well. You could have, like, I don't know, 12 people working in these fields, but that would be more than a little excessive. And you can only have 10 with fully upgraded skills. So you'd have to have a pretty big guild for everybody to have a few people to work on the farms. But that is the shed. I can put inventory in that shed for things. Note that these things are not locked. If I have stuff in here, anybody in or out of the guild can walk in and take them. Versus those boxes that the workers work on, nobody can interact with those, from what I've been told. So that's the rumor on the street. We'll test it, but I'm pretty sure nobody can interact with anything that's in here. So that's pretty awesome. You can have a safe gardener doing its thing. Somebody else can come by right now that's not in our guild and just harvest from these fields. They could walk in overnight and just be like, oh look, nobody's around. Mine. And gobble it all up. But that'll be changing when we put the walls up and everything. So, well, thank you very much, Eli, for your assistance. And let me get this clutter off the screen.
Guild, he gets me to do slave labor farming.
Mm-hmm. Or plebs. Plebs are needed. Anybody know where that's from? Alright, anyways, thank you everybody so much for joining me. Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day and playing some good stuff here. If you do have any tips or hints on farming, please do let me know. And hope the light is enough. It's the best torch I can make. We'll get floodlights built, you know. That'll be after. On our auto turrets and floodlights later. But that's it for today. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. And have yourselves a great evening. We'll see you in game.
Bye.